In every session, there are some very interesting miscellaneous issues that kind of come out of nowhere, you know? You don't know why they're there, but they're always fun.
Right.
And some of them catch on, make headlines. Are you looking at any of those right now?
I am, and actually, these aren't exactly, they didn't exactly come out of nowhere. All of these are pretty, there's a few bills that have been filed already where you can see some things coming that are interesting. They're not going to be the huge issues of the session, but because they're already out there, we know they're going to be talked about. We're going to have we've already got a bill filed that would ban talking on a cell phone for kids, you know, 16, 17, 18-year-old drivers. We've got a ban on texting for all drivers. Something I didn't realize, Florida is one of the very few states in the country that doesn't ban texting while driving. It's almost every other state in the country you can't text and drive at the same time. Florida's one of the few holdouts on that. There's a bill out there that would ban texting while driving. I'm not sure that's got a, you know, there's a libertarian streak in the legislature that says government really shouldn't be telling you too much what to do in your car. That may prevail, but texting while driving causes accidents, and there's, I mean, I don't think the jury's out on that, and so that's going to be an interesting issue to watch. This one's been around a few years, but it's back again, and that's red light cameras, sort of along the same lines, traffic safety and Big Brother. Red light cameras, there was a law a couple of years ago that sort of codified red light cameras. Before that, you know, some cities had them, some places, nobody was really sure whether they were really legal, and some places had them, some places didn't. The state codified them, said you can have red light cameras, and they put in place a structure for where the money goes if people get tickets after going through a red light and get caught by a camera. There's been all kinds of complaints about red light cameras. Do they really make the intersection safer? Are they, you know, just an intrusion on your privacy to run red lights, I guess? You know, but the repeal bill was filed last year, it didn't pass. A repeal bill has been filed again this year already. And that'll be, I think that'll be a tough issue. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who want to repeal that. There are some people who say it's a major safety issue and they want to keep it. One last sort of Big Brother-ish issue, because I think it's really interesting, and this one is below the radar and is not something most people think about, but Senator Joe Negron has filed a bill to prevent police from using what some people would call drones for law enforcement. Some people would just call them remote control airplanes with cameras on them, which is in effect what they are. And there are police agencies that are using those, mostly for traffic purposes, but they could use them for just about anything. Police in Miami are using them. Senator Joe Negron wants to ban local police departments from being able to use unmanned aircraft with cameras on them. You know, they're flying over your backyard looking for a marijuana grow house or whatever. There are all kinds of constitutional questions about where law enforcement can look into. And, you know, if you're talking about some guy up there flying in a plane, that's one thing, because, you know, it costs prohibitive to put a bunch of planes up there with cameras. But when you're talking about a little tiny airplane, you know, that's a remote control plane, lots of cameras, you know, theoretically they could have eyes all over the place. And Senator Negron is nervous about where that could lead, and that's a bill that I'm interested in watching.